Come through, Queen. I wanna see ya. Come through, Queen.
Hi, everyone. It's Dan.
And Brendan.
And this is Come Through, Queen. Brendan, this past Friday, recording an emergency episode.
So scary.
I felt crazy doing it.
I've never felt more alive and yet dead.
And yet dead. The death of a relationship. As we discussed while we were recording the emergency episode, we were like, this is really a moment in time because stuff has been breaking nonstop throughout the day. And it doesn't seem to be stopping anytime soon.
And it went on for days and days and days and days and days.
There has not been a day where we have not had multiple updates in that day.
We've got statements coming out. We've got restraining orders. We've got
Podcasts.
Other statements. We've got podcasts. I've listened to 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
I listened to Stassi and Kristen's.
We've got filming, cameras up.
Cameras are up. Paparazzi photos. There's McDonald's.
Okay, so where do you want to focus first?
Well, okay. I listened to Stassi's podcast about it, and then I listened to Kristen Duty's podcast about it. And I will say, the more informative one, if you were to pick 2 of the people who got fired,
Okay.
I would pick Kristen's because there's actually like new info there.
Okay.
And Stassi's was like recorded Sunday, and she wasn't really giving like the juice.
I haven't listened to any of them, but from what I've read across the internets, it sounds like Stassi's is more a meditation on being a participant of reality television, whereas Duty's is more a boots on the ground.
This is what happened.
This is what's happening as we speak.
And for some reason, S.E. Cup from CNN is there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, she's a fan.
She's a big fan, and apparently, like, they're close besties at this point.
That's sick. That's really sick.
I know. It's wild. And then Kristen's filming.
We saw a camera on Kristen.
And she did a TikTok with someone from production.
Oh, that was a person from production.
Didn't you see the head thing?
Oh, I thought that was just like part of the fantasy.
Oh, maybe. For all I know, it could be her boyfriend.
I know. Who knows who that person is? While we're speaking about Kristen, it is worth mentioning that this week on Patreon, we are opening the vault for the first time for Vanderpump Rules for the Miami Girl episode. Season 3, episode 13.
Yeah, her name is Anne-Marie Kunkel.
Let's call
her by her name.
Call her by her name. So if you cannot get enough Vanderpump Rules, you're going to want to head over there. But outside of that, okay, so we have the podcast. We have to talk about the letters that everyone received on cast saying to delete videos that may exist of Raquel. And one cast member had a spirited response to receiving a legal notice. And that is none other than Lala. Lala, like, buried in a blanket on her couch.
Blanket up to her chin. Looks like she is about to have a baba, which we know that she used to like to have babas.
I think she retired the babas.
She did. Once
there was someone else to give a baba to.
Yeah.
It's like, we can't be washing 2 babas at the same time. That video of her yelling to Raquel in the ether about sending a legal notice directly to her. Send it to Daryl. I can't stand Lala, but this will go down in history as an iconic moment.
And she already put merch out, and I can't blame her.
She put merch out. Not only did she put merch out, we then have a photo of her wearing Send It to Daryl merch
while filming.
I
feel like these days, like Vanderpump Rules, the new episodes that come out of all this footage, we're not going to be even just breaking the 4th wall. We're going to be breaking 5th and 6th walls.
We're actually like in the
metaverse.
We're in the metaverse. We need to get metaverse from Winter House here to guide us through these uncharted times.
We're like, we've got hot dog fingers on because we're so far in the metaverse.
Okay. Another thing I want to jump. We're going to jump where the spirit leads us.
Sure.
For our first live episode on Watch Diamonds Live to be Marge and Jerry O'Connell. I gotta say, Jerry O'Connell really
Shit the bed.
shit the bed, dropped the ball.
He couldn't get a name straight.
He could get a name straight.
And he's supposed to be the super fan.
He, the Team Ariana shirt is just so corny to me. It's not funny or anything. It's just oh, I thought you were Team Raquel. What are you talking about?
I'm not mad at that. I thought it was a little nod to what's going on. At least he got her name right on that compared to the rest of the times he tried to talk about anyone.
But then his game plan going in, he's like, okay, this is going to be my messaging. Tom and Tom are not men; they're boys, and Katie and Ariana need men.
Also, that's by erasure.
It's by erasure. It's maybe Ariana needs a woman.
Yeah.
And then it's dipping into his life of I was not a man and I became a man when I met Rebecca Romaine.
But he admits that is a relationship that came out of cheating.
Yeah, so he's I too was once a boy. So I was okay, so what are you talking about?
It's come on, Peter Pan. What are we talking about?
Yeah. It was not what the doctor ordered, one might say.
Here's the thing. Maybe real men don't watch Bravo.
I think real men. Sign the tap out, real men. Okay. What else? Okay. Oh, we know some scenes that were shot. For example, Lisa Vanderpump and Ariana shot a scene.
Tom and Raquel kissing for the first time on camera.
Okay. Tom and Raquel filmed the scene. Tom kissed on camera. Tom was not happy with the scene and wanted to reshoot the scene, was told no, and then threatened to stop filming unless he could reshoot the scene. So we don't know if Tom has filmed anything since the Raquel scene.
And you know what? Same Tom from season 3, episode 13, Miami Girl, walks off.
Jumped out. Tom and Ariana filmed a scene.
Yeah.
Which is allegedly a very gaslighty scene.
Yes. And Tom's whole thing apparently was he didn't want to break up with Ariana because her grandma just died and she's been having mental health issues.
Oh, the dog, then the grandma.
Yeah, and he didn't want to contribute to her poor mental health. And it's wait, what about the 7-month relationship you've been having with her supposed friend, and half of it's happened within her own house,
within the home, within the walls, the hallowed walls. Yeah, I think you're contributing to the mental health problems. Yeah. Okay, we've learned a lot. We've learned Tom and Raquel spend Christmas together.
Oh, yeah, allegedly. So there's this Vanderpump Rules Reddit apparently verified information. And this is me choosing to believe that the moderators on Reddit are actually verifying this information, which they said they are.
I mean, listen, the moderators of Reddit are acknowledging our existence. So now we have to we have to return the favor.
That's a different Reddit thread.
And we have to acknowledge their existence.
It's a different Reddit.
It's a tit for tat.
It's a different subreddit. I don't need to explain. I don't want to explain Reddit to you, but it lives in a different space.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Great. So, okay, what else have we learned? I feel like on Friday night, I did not know that Tom was Ariana for Halloween.
Oh, I did not know that. Did we know? Did we know lightning bolts Friday night? It's hard to...
No, we didn't know.
Oh, so then the
emojis. Tell us about the emojis.
I'll tell you about the emojis. The scientists, the detectives online found a photo that Raquel posted back in November. And it's a photo of her in a magenta dress posing. And the caption is, not sure what to caption this, so here's 3 emojis. And the 3 emojis are the cloud with the lightning bolts, the crystal ball, and then the girl emoji, which is the purple outline with the white girl in the middle. Yeah. And people have realized that means Tom's future girl.
Yeah. So I believe that to be true. I want to know how did we land at Lightning Bolt? Dan from Brooklyn asks, how did we get to Lightning Bolts?
Well, because the Tom logo that they put on the merch that she gave Andy the sweatshirt, that has a lightning bolt on it.
Okay. So Tom has always been lightning bolt adjacent, or just recently maybe?
Maybe just the merch, because
Yeah.
if you go to Tom Tom and you look, the sign outside, it does not have a lightning bolt. It's just
Okay.
two ugly Toms.
Two ugly Toms. Okay. Okay. Oh, we know. I don't know. I think we knew this on Friday that they're filming the reunion in 2 weeks.
Yes.
We learned restraining order
Yeah. So who knows?
against Sheena. So that's throwing a wrench in terms of these two people cannot be in the same room.
But who knows? I mean, like, maybe that'll be resolved. It's a temporary restraining order. I don't know how the law works.
I mean,
Also-
we had a hearing date of March 29th, so I would assume nothing will transpire between now and March 29th.
Yeah. And then who knows? Maybe someone will be on Zoom. We've done it in the past.
Let's pull a Brandy Redmond, get a woman on a screen that's plopped on a chair.
Well, I mean, last year's Vanderpump reunion, there were people in the room and people on Zoom.
Oh my God, Lala, that was miserable.
And Tom and Katie.
Yeah, that was a miserable reunion.
Yeah.
Let's not do that again, please.
So, I mean, like, everything's up in the air. It's hard to say what's true, what's not true. Everyone's talking about it. It's almost fatigue to me, but with the new episode coming out and the Watch What Happens Live coming out, I think, like, it's exciting because we're looking back and we're looking for signs.
It breathes some fresh air into it, that new content, I would say. Yeah, I mean, it is exhausting, and I could only imagine being...
Ariana.
only imagine being Ariana. I can only imagine being a Bravo fan that doesn't watch the kid shows.
Oh, yeah.
I would want to like jump out the window, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And hopefully I know some of you may be non-kid show watchers, but hopefully you can still have a fun time with us.
Whenever you say kid shows and we're literally talking about a 41-year-old or a 40-year-old who's having this affair.
Wait, no. I think that's another thing we learned. I think Danny Pellegrino revealed that Dom Sandoval is not 39 as he claims.
He's actually 40.
41 or 42?
Yeah. Wild.
That is what one might say everything I got.
Wait, speaking of age, one more thing that we got revealed is that Andy views these like younger shows as the 42 and under set.
Yes. I love that being the bar. Because like we have to constantly raise the bar for those who are remaining on the show.
And there's like many housewives who are under 42 too.
Oh my, plenty. A dime a dozen these days.
Yeah,
really.
but I think he was asked if any like housewives had contacted him about this, and he said no. But everyone on the 42 and under set is talking.
Yeah, I'm kind of like surprised. Not a housewife.
Who knows?
Who would it have been? I do know like some of the Salt Lake City girls are attached to like Lala and Katie.
Well, Lala and Katie were on Salt Lake City.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like Tamara has her paws and everything.
Well, Tamara's like trying these days. She's really taking the job seriously of being back on Bravo and 2Ts.
Okay. Wow. Okay, I think that's a good catch up. We're not covering everything. I mean, you've seen what you've seen, and there's even more to discuss with the episode.
Yeah, go to like one of those Instagrams who are doing like
that's not us. We just post
100
silly...
grid posts a day. I mean, Christina Kelly did acknowledge us.
Oh my God, she was in our comments. If there's one person I want in our comments, it is a Christina Kelly.
I thought you were going to say, if there's 1 million Christina Kelly fans, I'm one of them. If there's 10 Christina Kelly fans, I'm one of them. If there's one Christina Kelly fan, I'm one of them. If there's no Christina Kelly fans,
then
I'm
dead.
dead.
I mean, maybe after this episode, I might be saying okay, let's go as we normally do, day by day, which means Potomac.
Oh my God, Potomac, the finale of the reunion.
The finale of the reunion. It's actually interesting for this to like be taking place on Vanderpump weekend.
Yes, because I was kind of distracted, and then to get a supersized reunion, 90 minutes with so much going on, it was like, how do I keep up?
I would think the girls are probably happy about this.
Robin Dixon is probably the happiest clam.
Oh my God, doing cartwheels.
Yeah, of course. People are saying she's happy. Hailey Bieber's happy. There's someone else.
Everyone's happy, really. If you got something to hide, this is the time, baby. Okay, Potomac. I think a big picture item I want to say is whenever it's not about Candace and Wendy, the two of them are having the time of their lives.
Oh, they are in the conversation. They're asking questions.
But like laughing at, looking at each other.
Yeah. Wendy wants to see the rest of Jacqueline's notes after the show.
Oh my God. I'm loving the two of them. Okay. So
I mean, they are the future.
they are, I believe that they are the future.
I believe Wendy and Candace are the future.
Treat them well and let them lead
the
the way.
I mean, they tried to let Candace lead the way in last episode.
She's leading
whether
the
she liked it or not.
Oh God!
Did not go well, yeah.
Well, we went in all. We're going in circles this episode with her. Okay, me and Jacqueline. So I do think like this was productive in an unproductive way in terms of it's productive for us as the viewer to really know that we cannot take anything Mia says seriously. Mm-hmm. For instance, I was with your mother on Mother's Day. We come to learn.
I talked to her.
I talked to her on FaceTime. Okay. Mia, where your husband can't find you. I went to brunch with my ex-boyfriend's mother.
I was going to go with the ex-boyfriend, but G didn't want me to go with him, so I just went with the mother in Atlanta.
Okay. And then I think we're all in agreement that G actually did not pay for Jacqueline's down payment now. Yeah. So we lied about that on camera for no reason.
But Jacqueline's excuse was that they wanted her to lie. They were using her as like a pawn.
Well, I mean, Jacqueline is behaving, and she did as she started the season, a proper soldier. Mm-hmm. If you're a friend of, you gotta fight for the rights of the person that brought you on.
I know, unless you won't get another season, really. Though I will say, it did feel like there might be hope for Jacqueline.
Oh, okay.
At the end of her segment, Andy was like, "At least you made some friendships along the way," kind of thing. And I was like hoping someone will grab her up and bring her along for next season.
Well, I think the girls like her.
Yeah, so I'm hoping something happens.
So I saw, and I'm going to preface this by saying this means nothing. It probably is one of those accounts that just like posts fan fiction left or right. But I just want to open it up for conversation.
Okay.
I saw something that said Robin demoted Jacqueline full time.
That's fan fiction. That's fan fiction, but I'll take it.
But how interesting.
I wonder what Jacqueline's sign is. I would bet.
Let's get Gabby on the horn.
I think maybe a Cancer.
But a Cancer woman means something different than a Cancer man, as we come to learn.
No, I wasn't bringing gender into it. I'm just saying she has Cancer traits.
I know, but I'm just saying what Gabby has taught us. What you revealed to me, Tom Sandoval, Cancer.
I think.
So Gabby's onto something.
Yeah. Though I'm a Cancer too. Don't forget.
Well, listen, you are what you are. Okay. Then we have a cha-cha slide.
What did you think about this? She's never looked better, I will say that.
She's never looked better. I mean, the girls were loving her sauntering in and out.
The thing is...
getting a hug from Andy.
The thing is, and you won't have the answer to this, and I would more have the answer to this than you would, but there is a contingent of this group that loves them some cha-cha.
Oh, no, they said this. Okay. Robin brought this up, that the narrative is like, oh, I'm bringing this girl on. No. Cha-Cha is friends with everybody except for Wendy and Karen.
No, that's what I'm saying. My point that I was getting to was, what is it?
Oh, what do they see in her?
Like, you know the sandwich shop, there's something about her. I want to know what it is about Cha-Cha.
Oh, I think I have the answer. I think I do have the answer. Is that she is probably a power player. She does.
In Potomac?
Yeah, she just knows everyone and has all the info and can connect you to who you need to be connected to. I think that might be it.
Okay.
And like that's maybe what Karen resents about her.
Because she is actually the Grand Dame.
She's the Grand Dame. I do the flashback. I wish I had like the precise quote, but it's like the grand dame, the more like I don't give a damn. Or that's not it at all. But is that maybe the one time Cha-Cha made me smile? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Cha-Cha made me smile during all the fan cams people were releasing of her at the beginning of the season before she flopped the season.
Yeah. Okay. For her being there wasn't anything that really came out of it, I thought.
I mean, we were teased some big revelations about Karen, but then she like didn't bring them up.
I mean, you know, Karen shut down funeral conversations and conversations about her parents, which part of it's like, oh, you're kind of pulling a Giselle, but the other part is like, okay, how many times do we have to talk about my dead parents? Like,
Yeah,
we've done
that's
this
true.
at the reunion like 3 years in a row now, it feels like.
That's true, but I will say, to play devil's advocate a little bit, it's like if you're gonna say that it was performative,
Oh, yeah.
you have to speak
answer
to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm with whoever was saying like you don't travel that far with no cameras for like a performance.
Well, it was Giselle, so obviously we're agreeing with her.
Shut up! I don't agree with her anymore.
I do have to say, you got to give it to the Grand Dame for filing her nails during Cha-Cha segments.
Yeah, prop work.
Prop work. Great prop work. Something that we haven't seen before.
The carrot top of Potomac.
The filing of nails. Okay. I don't know where this was or how or what we were talking about, but I think it was probably, because this was during the Cha-Cha segment when like we're talking about everything that Cha-Cha was saying at the strip club. Mm-hmm. But then it was like about Mia for a minute and like dancing for lobsters. When Wendy was like, and the shrimp scampi, don't forget the shrimp scampi. That was iconography.
I mean, Wendy's not getting the credit she deserves here.
Well, am I a Wendy fan? Yeah, so I'm going to point it out any chance I can get.
Yeah.
We do get a Rugged tease mid-reunion.
It's like a wild Rugged tease, like built in, baked in.
It was baked in, and it was a little frustrating because, like, we start with something, and then they stop it before we get to an interesting part.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It was stupid.
Yeah. So I love that. We're talking about Family Flop Day.
Just like the shots of like that plastic thing
blowing in the wind.
Blowing in the wind. I was like, can't we just get like a couple nice cloth like table things?
Or you got to get like, don't they sell like the clamps? Like it clamps the tablecloth onto the table or something?
Or the like elastic ones you can like wrap around it
at
least.
Very chic, very chic.
It's like, Robin, please put like a little effort in.
As she said, this was a very last minute event.
She just like went into Party City and just got whatever was in front of her.
Yeah, but Wendy's like, you're asking Candace, who's never even been alone with my children, to come and take them to this event.
In a field.
In a field. These minor children.
There's no trees.
I was surprised that we brought up the lawsuit against Juan.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
And then, like, Robin's not answering for anything, which makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Really...
I mean, an active lawsuit.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be like, smell you later. Yeah.
But she does say he did everything right.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I can't speak to the incident itself, but Juan's participation, she was defending. Mm-hmm. Okay. Chris Bassett coming in hot.
As he should.
As he should, but like maybe like lower the temp like 10 degrees.
Yeah. So I get why he's coming in hot. I do wonder, is everything that went on, did it really affect his career in a major way? I'm wondering. I don't know.
Okay. So I believe he does not work for that hotel anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if that is by his own choice and he's doing something else, or they were like, okay, this is not good for us right now.
Is it because of the text, or is it because of what Giselle said?
I would think because of what Giselle said.
Okay. Because I would more understand like the message because it named the hotel.
Oh, no. I think it's just like, okay, you working at this hotel is now known on this show, but I would think like, oh, I would want you working here so fans want to come and stay and
Yeah,
years.
especially just because like the allegations like obviously came out to be a nothing burger. Like there's nothing here. Chris Bassett has never looked bad on this show this season. It's been talk about him looking bad. Was there like an instance where he really looked bad?
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, this like I felt a little uncomfortable with the temperature, but I still agreed with his sentiment.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like that. I don't get. If it was me, I'm like, the show is completely edited to make me look good at every turn.
Sure, yeah.
Every accusation is disproved with a bit of editing while we're watching the show. Maybe it felt different while filming the show, I guess.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you don't know how the reunion's going to look, so you want to come in like defending yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I also was kind of surprised, so whenever Juan's not there, and we're talking about him so much, for us to now dive into the Karen Huger, Juan Dixon hug.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot.
Yeah. And like, why is Juan not contractually obligated to ever be there?
Well, I think that the men
are doing it out of the goodness of their heart, or are they offered like, hey, come in for this and we'll give you like a few $1,000 or whatever.
That is probably the case. I don't think men get paid during the season. Maybe they'll get paid if they come to the reunion. But didn't we hear that only the Jersey men get paid for the season? Yeah,
though I would bet there's like a mix. Because like, if you think about it, for some reason, like Terry Dubrow came to mind first. For some reason, I'm sure Terry Dubrow is being paid for appearing somehow, especially if he's going like, he did like a solo scene with just the men last season.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this during Miami last week with Alexia's son and ex-husband. It's like, someone's got to be getting paid. Yeah. We can't be filming a scene for volunteers.
And I think like there are savvier people in these families. So I think not every person's paid equally, like as far as like not every husband's paid equally.
Sure.
But I definitely, obviously, Jersey's being paid. The men are being paid, obviously. They're on the payroll regularly. Yeah. Probably full season contracts. But I think it must vary.
Sure. Yeah. But I think it might not be a requirement that the men show up to reunions.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think they probably are like, here, have $5,000 for the couple hours that you have to come film.
And I think Juan films enough to satisfy production in terms of, you need to show your life if you are a full-time cast member.
Yeah. But it's like, at the end of the day, like, it's been reunion after reunion. It was a joke 2 seasons ago. Yeah. Like, you're so happy that Juan Dixon, whatever the quote is.
Yeah. And then we end it with an Alexa robot speaker playing Insecure with the camera stopping at Robin's face. Although I do also want to point out, we barely showed Giselle dancing to Insecure.
Because she's insecure?
Well, because it's a diss track about her. Which I do want to point out, as this episode is dropping, you should be able to head on over to the Real Housewives Orders Patreon for Kai's bonus episode recorded with myself.
Oh.
A Candace Dillard Deep Space Deluxe track by track breakdown.
Wow.
I mean, this is something I've wanted to do, but since I'm not sitting across from a true astronaut, Deep Space fan, I'm glad I found my people in Kai.
He somehow always finds a way to insult me, despite I actually went to see Candace Dillard at City Winery. I bought merch. I have plans to go see her at City Winery in New York City.
Yeah,
what more do I need to do? What the fuck more do I need to do?
Listen to the album.
I did.
I know, one time.
At least twice, because I listened to it in your car too.
Okay. I don't think I have much to say about the 3 minutes of extra Robin on Watch Evans Live.
Just that Ebony K. Williams is now canon to the Real Housewives of Potomac cinematic universe.
And also, the one reunion that she's on is for the show she was not on. Oh my God. Iconography all around. Okay. Shall we get to SummerHouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer should be fun.
Summer should be fun. Okay. We pick up with like that little sit down thing by the pool as they're packing up, but that was real quick between Danielle and Kyle.
And Danielle didn't want to talk, but now she feels so much better.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta get back to the city because I have questions. Kyle and Amanda's apartment is in this building, and now the Loverboy offices are what appears to be in the apartment next door. And it appears to be an apartment, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't know.
Zoning.
Oh, that's illegal. Like an apartment is meant to be like a residential lease, and this would be a commercial use.
But are there like mixed use buildings like down there where they live?
Yeah, but listen, it just had questions flowing in my brain.
In a season where we're talking a lot about zoning with the actual SummerHouse, it would be wild if they were legally doing this. But I will say something. Amanda Batula already only left her apartment once for every 100 times that Lindsay Hubbard does. And now we're putting the office in the building. The odds are going down.
It's giving her fewer opportunities to leave the building. Although I do have to say, if she does have 2 dogs, she's got to be taking them out for walks. That happens a few times a day. Is Kyle doing it?
Seems like the type to like
a pee pad.
Put a pee pad out.
No, the dogs have to have
she's
exercise.
a bedwetter. They learn from their mom.
No, I don't subscribe by that terminology.
Bedwetter?
I'm not. They're not bedwetters to me.
What they actually do is sit in the bed in their wet bathing suits, so they're bedwetters.
What are you checking the moisture in the bathing suits?
Yeah,
you know.
No, I check the blankets after they sit.
Okay.
No, but this actually, this apartment within the same building that they live is giving Kelly Catrone Hell on Earth because she lived in the same building as People's Revolution.
Oh wow, very chic. Okay. So Kyle and Carl have a sit down that they both kind of admit is only like 50% of the things they want to say.
Yeah.
I think they're just kind of like kicking the can down the road.
I know, but this week, did you see they posted like a little photo of them like getting back to friendship?
Yeah.
But it seemed very Joe Gorga of Kyle.
Oh.
Where Carl is the Joe Giudice.
So you don't think Carl signed on? He signed on, please.
I mean, they signed on to like meet up maybe, but it seemed very photo op. Like, why post it?
Well, I know.
Because you have to prove that you're friends?
Well, no, because I think like as people are watching it, everyone's going to be like, oh, like, da-da-da-da, like, you're a bad friend. And like for you to be, no, hello, chiming in from present day, we are friends.
Yeah.
So like relax a little bit. This is a television show.
Okay.
Why am I the apologist?
You are the biggest Kyle apologist, and it's gonna come at you and bite.
You better stop.
Yeah.
We're not going down that road right now. Traitor.
Read the blinds, people. Traitor.
Stop. No. Okay. Andrea.
A beautiful man with a beautiful soul.
Give him a rosé bottle.
Well, I'll give him a fucking snowboard if Winter House is coming.
Oh, well.
And if Tom and Tom are not going.
I mean, that was one of the many things that we probably did not include in our Vanderpump update. That Tom's were supposed to be going to Winter House. And I think this is actually a People Bible revelation that now they're completely out. And maybe we'll do like a pop in, but I can't imagine that.
Maybe at the very end. I mean, there'd be a lot to talk about.
I know, but I think like that. It's like then you got to make sure Winter House is.
Well, we're already flying way too close to the sun with Winter House. I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it should be abolished altogether.
Are you a Winter House abolitionist?
Name an iconic Winter House episode, actually.
All of them.
But literally name one. All they do is do costume parties.
Good. What else do you need? Okay. Andrea is beautiful, but there was something off about his haircut that I wasn't like loving. I feel like his hair has looked better in other times.
Okay, Dennis the Menace.
Okay, just because I'm looking crazy right now as we're recording. I've been through a lot today.
No, but I think like the rare thing that Andrea has, he seems to be beautiful inside and out. Maybe a little too outwardly horny for the dinner table.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Also, he got half his shit from Italy. Is that allowed?
It's allowed, sure. I do have to give credit where credit is due to the new girls for pretending to not know who he is, what the story is.
That he's in a relationship.
They were going along with the flow.
It's called acting.
It's called acting.
I mean, we'll see it. We'll see it Sunday at Oscars. Gabby's gonna get an Oscar for her performance on SummerHouse this week.
Is she?
Yeah, honorary Oscar. The Cecil B. DeMille.
The Cecil. Okay. During Italian dinner, we're doing the sex chat. I mean, the big takeaway is Sam yammering on and like the montage of.
Oh yeah, and also Chris being a fucking idiot.
Oh, I missed
him
that.
being like, women never tell you, like women have such high expectations, and they literally threw food at him.
Yeah. What a flop.
It's sad, but yeah, Sam yammering on. But like, did Maya have to bring her aside right before they all went out and tell her she talks too much?
I gotta say, Maya is
she in her villain era?
She's going crazy this season. She's like, okay, Sam, you need to stop talking. And then like this girl just breaking down in tears. I gotta give credit for this girl because she's like, all right, we're going out. Still goes.
Water talks back, but like Maya literally, like they're all ready to like get like cabs here. Yeah. Like, and she pulls
wait. No, we have to talk about this first. Oh, one thing that pissed me off is we were all wearing the chicest Italian looks.
And then they changed.
To go out. Like, go out in your Italian looks.
Well, I mean, like, they would have looked weird altogether.
And I think they look weird with cameras. Well, actually, no.
The cameras don't go.
Cameras aren't there.
And remember, like, famously, they're not allowed out in a lot of places in the Hamptons. So, like, to draw attention to yourself more.
Oh, okay. But Kyle did keep his lemon shirt on.
Because he's a lemon.
You better stop.
That's like a bad car, right?
Okay. Oh, yeah, it's a bad car. Yeah. Okay, Kyle and Danielle kind of on the same team in late night chat.
I know. Welcome to late night.
Welcome to late night. The two of them being like, oh, we hate Carl and Lindsay together. We have that in common. Let's talk about what we have in common.
What do you feel about Carl and Lindsay together? Pretend it's late night.
Okay.
Don't make me cry.
No, I should. I don't know, really.
I've said the past few weeks, like, they don't need to be on the show. But I do, like, there is a vibe there that is, like, very cliquey in a way that it's like, why are you at this summer house if you're going to, like, not talk to other people?
Okay.
You know? It's like, even when they're up in their room, like, getting changed and everyone's going back down to hang out. Yeah. And it, like, makes sense that they would stay up because they're, like, not drinking or whatever. But it's like, maybe show a little face and, like, play along a little bit.
I was, like, not getting what you were saying. Okay. Yeah. I'm more thinking I'm thinking, like, the two of them at home by themselves. What's going on? Seems like they're always working out.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing they love doing. Because I follow both of them on Instagram. They love acting like they're going to take you on, like, a journey of what they're cooking for dinner. and then forget to finish. Like, we're chopping, we're putting in the pan, and then they won't show you like the finished product.
Oh,
I'm like,
sad.
I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh, it's kind of like that time you decided to start a cooking TikTok account and you only did one TikTok.
Okay, but at least I finished the one TikTok. I didn't like leave you hanging. Yeah. Okay. Next day, we have Sierra telling Kyle about the Amanda Petula period revelations.
Which is interesting to me. I would be, like, if I was Sierra, I'd be like, hey, Amanda, like, maybe, like, go tell Kyle now.
Yeah, yeah. But she took it upon herself. Yeah. But it seems like no one was upset about that. Like, Kyle wasn't upset that she was telling him instead of Amanda.
Yeah, maybe that's, like, a good friend.
Yeah. Amanda, in a Instagram Live Q&A, said, no, actually, like, I'm happy she did that. So everyone's, like, happy with that.
Good.
But then when they're having the conversation, and I don't even remember how this transpires, but, like, they're wasted before the slumber party. What did we do that day?
Were we just day drinking?
And was it just not on camera?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But we're preparing for the party, and like Amanda's on his back in the living room, and they're having like this conversation, very drunk, about the fertility stuff.
Oh, like when he lays down, he's like, I love these blankets. And then she lays down on him.
Yeah. Okay. Let's play Stir the Pot.
I mean, at least it was off a card game.
Invoking Marisol Patton. Who here do we trust the least at this table? Iconic.
It's like Danielle was the person reading the card, and I guess you had to answer it. Yeah. But it's like,
so while I watched it, I didn't realize that Amanda's like wasted.
Right.
So when I watched her Instagram Live this week, not Instagram story, and then like breezed through SummerHouse again today before recording tonight, and I was like, oh no, she's so drunk. So it's like one of those things where you're so drunk where like
anything will trigger you.
Something could hit you in a way that like you don't expect, the person saying it doesn't expect, and it just explodes.
Yeah, that, but also it's like not a nice question. And like, if I'm Danielle, I'm thinking of a way to
start shit.
No, if I'm Danielle and I was not wanting to make someone cry, and if I was earnestly reading this question, I would look to someone who's new and be like, what's his name? Because I just met you. Okay. Or Sam, because I just met you.
That makes sense.
Though Sam's been hit already this weekend.
Well, the way Danielle says, I did not mean for it to be a gunshot wound. It was pretty funny to me.
What did she want? Like just an arrow?
She just wanted like a little arrow piercing. Okay, but the way that Lindsay Hubbard gets caught in the fire for this one.
Because they all just want to go after Lindsay.
It was, and she was getting it from every angle, really.
But she also, like, to be fair, she also volunteered herself in that conversation.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she started saying stuff about Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda always does this.
Like, I can't say this. And then she, why do I trust? Because she pretends to be your friend. She pretends to be my friend, but she's not my friend. Yes.
The thing is, like, I think a lot of what Lindsay said was correct about her relationship with Amanda. I also think that Amanda was right to be sad about this, though I think you're right when you say she was drunker than we all thought. So, of course, that hits you like a pile of bricks.
Yeah.
Or a gunshot wound.
A gunshot. I just, like, I can't imagine, like, if we were playing this game, no matter what my state is, someone saying they trust me the least, I'd be like, okay.
Well, yeah, you're a little bitch. If someone said that to me, I'm a Cancer.
I know you, like, I can't even look at you the wrong way and you start crying. Okay. Yeah, no, I love being with my friends.
Oh yeah, on that note.
I love being with my friend Brendan and my friends Carl, Kyle, Lindsay, Amanda. Although I gotta say, there was a page-shaped hole missing this week.
She was busy.
She was with her brother.
Yeah.
Ugh. Listen, like, celebrate his birthday on Wednesday. You guys got to realize you have a job to do on the summer.
Maybe this was actually when she took the photo with Drew Barrymore.
Okay. Shall we go to RHONJ?
Let's go to RHONJ.
Really, our only Housewives like proper episode this week.
Oh yeah,
because the rest are reunions. That's not proper.
Yeah,
that's
for a second I was like, "What do you mean by proper?"
It's improper. It's improper. Okay, we are kicking it off with Valentina Cabral 4th birthday party entrance practice.
Good.
I only want to be with a Cabral.
Get these girls working.
You know, one day we will be at Valentina Lauren Cabral's Sweet 16 party on camera. Mark my words.
In 12 years.
I mean, listen, we're at Antonia Gorga's. We're at this one, that one.
Do you think this podcast will exist in 12 years?
Oh my God. From my grave.
Do you think this planet will exist in 12 years?
From the dust in the solar system. Okay. So we got the Cabrals. Love being with them. Then we got the Fudas. And the Fudas need to take a lesson from our SummerHouse girls who pretended to not know who Andrea was.
Oh, yeah.
We got Fudas being like, oh, how was Teresa's housewarming party? It's like, excuse me, you know who Teresa is? You have to pretend you don't know who these people are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that took me out of it a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Fuda family, you mean?
The Fuda family. Yeah. We got grandma, we got great grandma, we got this one.
There's like the stepson who's like
the stepson.
tall.
Yeah, the stepson wants no more male children.
Because he needs to be the only heir.
He needs to be the only.
There can't be a spare.
The women are not the heirs. No.
He's going by British rule.
Yeah,
Old British rule.
Old British rule. Yes. Okay. We got Zia and Antonia practicing driving.
I actually feel for Antonia here. This suits me.
Oh.
Can't. If I had to pull in somewhere, I'd get out, make my mom drive.
To pull in to a drive-through, you can't do that?
That was hard.
Oh my God.
I can now, mate, in theory.
Oh no, but I feel like we got to get you behind the wheel.
Okay. Well, should we go now?
No, not my wheel. We got to find a wheel for you to get behind. I feel like, when was the last time you drove? That's bad.
What year? Why is that bad?
Because you don't want to forget.
It's like riding a bike.
Actually, I got to say, there was like a good 5 years where I did not drive at all. And it was hard for like a week or two driving again.
Good. Well, so like, I anticipate the next time I have to drive is like zombie apocalypse. I just have to steal a car, drive through some zombies. The Last of Us is happening. I drive to where George and Frank are, and then we all die after drinking wine.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. Zia telling Antonia, don't hold a grudge against Zia Teresa.
When all Zia Molest does is hold a grudge.
No, but I we're contrasting this with the powwows against Zia Melissa and Zia Joe.
Oh, so you're being an anti-tree hugger.
Okay, I gotta erase that.
No. I think that's good. I get what you mean. Yeah. She's saying this on camera.
Yeah. I gotta give her something.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
My normal brain is actually tuning into this to say this is right.
Yeah, this is right. Okay. Meanwhile, we're at the wedding dress shop with Melania and Gia.
And this man.
And this man, this specimen.
Who's going to draw the veil.
The first wedding theme, Shakespeare in Love, would never have expected that from Teresa.
Is this Claire Danes?
No, that Shakespeare
That's
in
Romeo
Love.
And Juliet.
No, Shakespeare in Love is Goop. What's her name?
Gwyneth. Yes.
Yeah.
It was Goop.
It was Goop.
Is there a man in that?
Ray Fiennes?
Is he Shakespeare?
He's the titular Shakespeare who's in love, I think.
He's also went on to play Voldemort in a turf thing.
Wow, okay. Okay. So we're going to have words in the veil. And we were thinking about love, love, love.
I wish it was love is love is love is love.
But then we transitioned to whatever is on Nona and Nona Gorga's grave. Yeah, I think we made the right decision from love is love to some Italian words. Okay. So Gia saying that the last time they were all good was the summer before Louis.
And it's like...
Okay. Okay.
Do you know how to do math? Put two and two together?
Well, listen, she's not a mathematician. She's a legal expert. She's
but
legal.
This takes some critical thinking. And do you hear what you just said?
No, we don't hear.
Are we anti-tree huggers now? Oh my God, we've come around and been anti-tree hugger.
No, we're gonna come back around. Okay, Zia and Jen at maybe their first lunch ever.
I love it.
Except like literally anytime anyone says anything to Zia this season, she's running back to tell the person.
I know. She's bone collecting.
So now I'm back to hugging a tree.
Yeah. But they said they have watermelon martinis. I feel like we're always ordering a watermelon martini here in Jersey.
Okay. Yeah, it's refreshing. Okay. We're checking with the Aidens. They're not fighting about the affair. We're fighting about how we're raising the children these days.
And she's supposed to be at his beck and call to raise his children. And only his word counts.
Yeah.
It feels bad. That feels bad.
Yeah, that's not great. I think we're gearing up for that conversation.
And for her to say this to Zia.
Who's not even your ally.
I know. But then she has her little artillery against Zia where Marge has been saying that Zia should leave Joey for a ball player.
But I love how we get there from what Marge is saying. She said, "Oh, if J-Lo could get A-Rod, you're great. You could get
A ball player."
But I think that sounds different than saying "Oh, go get with a ball player."
Yeah, maybe that's
okay.
I mean, I get what Marge was saying about Marge is in your corner. She's gonna whatever, tell you what
gas
you want,
you up,
tell you to leave your husband if that makes you feel good. That's what she's saying. That's what they're all basically saying.
Okay. But speaking of Marge, she's going through her friends like water. Laura, Siggy, Danielle, and it's okay, if two of the examples are two of the Looney Tuniest women on the face of the planet, maybe she should be going through that.
Maybe she shouldn't actually be going through them like water. She shouldn't be taking them in like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, we need to have a realistic conversation on this show about Siggy Flicker. Please, let's not pretend that she's just a normal housewife that used to be on this show. At least Marge. I will give Marge credit on Watch Happens Live.
Oh, yeah.
She said if...
A stain
on the Real Housewives in New Jersey. And she's right.
Yeah. It's true. Okay. So we're getting together at Jen Fessler's. I gotta say,
beautiful home,
giving matriarch.
My favorite home in Jersey, I think.
Oh my God! I just remembered. It's very Hamptonian.
It is Hamptonian. It's Marlo Hamptonian.
No, it's the Hamptons in Long Island. I would say south of the highway. That's the better part, I think.
Do you actually know anything about the Hamptons, or are you just going on that one RHONJ?
I'm talking about RHONJ. Yeah. I think south means you're closer to the beach. You want to be on the side of the highway that's closer to the beach.
I would just say not even near the highway. I'd say Montauk. It's nice. It's out. It's out where the things are nice.
No, Hamptons is nicer than Montauk.
But
you don't know that?
Isn't Montauk Hamptons?
No.
It doesn't count as the Hamptons?
I think it's the vibe, the vicinity, but I think Hamptons and Montauk are two different things.
I thought it was all the same.
Sound off in the comments below.
I don't know. It's like East Hampton, Montauk, Sag Harbor, like all Hamptons.
I think that's all just kind of like the resort area of Long Island. I don't know. Okay. It was funny when Danielle Cabral was thanking the sun for making Jackie not sit by her.
Jackie, what are we doing?
No, I'm actually like loving the like
curmudgeon?
Not the like kind of like the scrappy energy she's bringing to the season.
But like, did she say anything this episode?
She was like agreeing with people that she would not normally agree with. Yeah, she was doing some stuff. Yeah.
Name a thing she did.
I just said it. She was agreeing with people she would not normally agree with. Okay. Was it Teresa that showed up last?
Jen Aiden.
Oh, Jen Aiden did. Okay. Okay. The Marge Jen fight. It's a bad look for both of them, but maybe actually worse for Marge because it's like Jen. We expect her to be riled up.
I think yes, I agree with you. I think the situation for me is we've invited these 3 new girls into the group in order to maybe start something new. And every time we're in this big group situation at someone new's home, first Danielle and now at Fessler's, it's like we're getting into these like dumb screaming matches about shit that doesn't really make sense, that happened in the past. And like, it's all you're doing is screaming.
Yeah. I mean, I see your point, but I do think the New Girls being the setting is at least a good enough step in the right direction.
Sure. But like when they are fighting at this caliber and this level and like just yelling at each other with like and sniping and just saying the worst things that they can to each other, I'm like, I'm tuning out. I'm crushing candies. Like I'm doing something else because it's just annoying. And I think I think it looks worse on Marge.
Yeah.
Because this is who Jen's been since we were in Oklahoma her first season.
Yeah. I mean, one of the funny lines that Marge did say was when like she was talking about Jen talking shit about Marge to Jen Fessler. She was like, do you think she's going to love you more than she loves me?
Yeah.
But Jen Fessler, I got to say, rose to the occasion.
She said, enough.
She's like, we're not at Teresa's house. And it was kind of like, wait, what?
Teresa was funny there. She's like, oh, yeah, well, I have 6 acres.
How many acres is this? All right, we're back to being a tree hugger podcast. Yeah, no. So Jen asks, so like Marge storming out, Jen Fessler stopping her, bringing her back, and then being like, no, Jen, you need to leave.
Yeah.
That was matriarchal behavior.
That is matriarchal behavior, but I would have chosen Jen to stay.
Okay.
Because with Jen, you get Teresa.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Teresa's like, well, I'm going too.
Yeah. And then it's so funny because they can't leave the actual yard to finish up the scene. So Jen and Teresa have to stand in the front yard to wrap up the scene before they go to their cars.
Yeah,
and I'm like, you guys didn't actually leave because you have to stay on the premises.
That's Jersey, baby. Okay, let's go to Staten Island.
Oh. Let's go. Your birthplace.
Not birthplace.
Your growing up place.
My upbringing, one might say. It is Valentina Loren's 5th birthday. And I'm embarrassed to admit, I asked Alex, I was like, wait, are they the Lorenz? Is like Cabral the maiden name? But I think Loren might be her middle name.
It's Lauren.
Oh, it's Lauren?
I mean, Lauren.
Oh, I thought we were like Ralph
Sophia Loren.
Yeah, Sophia Loren.
No,
yes.
Ralph Lauren is spelled Lauren.
No, I thought it was Sophia Loren. I'm sorry. I thought it was
you
Sophia.
You call yourself Italian.
Oh, Madonna mia.
Fettuccine. Just kidding.
Okay, it's Valentina Loren's birthday. And it obviously makes sense for Rachel Fuda to be in attendance with 2 young children.
Yeah.
I think Olivia Aiden can make any scene work. So
I mean, she's there to babysit. She's there to be the Kristen Doute to James Kennedy.
She had me laughing when she was like, "Oh, hi, Teresa."
I mean, like, we all know, like, a child like that, right? It's like there's so many little girls like that, and then like almost every little gay boy is like that in a way.
Yeah, sure, of course. I see myself in yeah. Okay. But then for Teresa and Louis to be in attendance, it's just like making the teams, and it's not making sense.
But Fuda's not even on this team, really.
Oh no, well, because Fuda's not on a team yet, and Danielle's not on a team yet. But like, I think they are choosing teams.
Yeah, but in modern day, Fuda's on the other team.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they're talking about Marge, and Teresa says, "Isn't she all about women's empowerment and women's rights?" She's like, "Women's empowerment, women's rights, cannot get on board with that."
Not something I'm a part of.
Oh my god!
But that's like the Trumpian mindset seeping in.
Yeah.
That is like the North Jersey Trump supporter messaging.
Yeah. It's like women's rights. What? Yeah. Listen, I gotta say, Danielle put on a show.
Great wedding. I mean,
What a beautiful wedding.
but it was like more expensive than a lot of weddings I've seen.
I know, but like she's showing up like you have to show up, much like, I mean, we say Danielle is the Rachel 10 years ago. Rachel. The fuck is Rachel? Is the Teresa 10 years ago. And she really is throwing these extravagant parties, because Teresa was doing that, like the redone home housewarming party.
I know. And then like the entire time I was watching this party go down, I was like thinking about Cabral's house and like how it's like not as big as the other houses.
Oh,
it's nice.
Yeah.
But it's like not as big as the other houses. And I was thinking about this big party, and I was
we'll get there though.
And then I was thinking about like, I've heard about a lot of first year housewives talk about how much money they have to put into the show before they receive anything back. And I'm like,
ROI.
Are we able to do this?
I feel like there's got to be some money there, because I did.
What does husband do again? He's not a firefighter.
I don't know what he does, but I did watch some. I did fall into a YouTube hole of like, her YouTubes.
Her YouTubes. You say it like a fucking 80-year-old.
And she had one video doing like a review of like Disney cruises, and she's talking about the money that they're dropping like to do this. And it's like, okay, you're working with something. Like if you have the money to go on a Disney cruise, you could throw like a party like this.
But like talking about spending money doesn't mean you have money. So your evidence isn't really lining up.
Okay. Objection, Your Honor. Okay. Let's get to present day, but not present day Vanderpump Rules.
We're going back in time.
We're going back in time to the show that's airing this week. It was filmed last summer.
But they're including little tidbits for us, it feels.
There's Easter eggs. It's very Taylor Swiftian.
Yeah. It's Where's Waldo?
Okay, yeah. No, I'm wondering, did we get our hands on this episode to like zhuzh around?
I think they zhuzhed a little bit.
You really think so?
I mean, we'll get to it, but I think like the Christina Kelly, her little confessional is in addition. I think there's things like that.
Oh, I mean, it wasn't filmed recently, but like they plucked that from the Christina Kelly previously filmed confessional.
It might have been filmed recently though, because she's a lot more pregnant in this confessional than she has been. And she posted a photo of herself very pregnant in that confessional look.
Okay, there's no way something that was filmed this week was in this week's episode.
Why not? So when I was talking to a friend who works in Hollywood about Traitors and like how fast like they were gonna like flip over that reunion, he told me when I said, "Oh, they filmed today. I wonder when we'll like see the first bits of it." And he's like, "Oh, like any actual Hollywood studio could turn that around really quickly." So like to add like one little snippet, like 5 seconds in,
Okay.
I could see them doing it.
Wow, conspiracy theory hat on.
But I'm not a TV person, so who knows?
Yeah. Wow. Okay, you're blowing my mind wide open. Okay. The preview led us to believe that Lisa and Ken Todd could be investing into Schwartz and Sandy's, but it more sounds like a release of their investment in TomTom that they could buy back.
Right. I don't know. This all confuses me.
Where are the books, the journals, the monthly ledgers?
Why can't they just buy it?
Why can't
they just buy? They should just buy Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I really don't understand like the mathematics of it all, and I'm curious what this scandal will do to business. It sounds like it's probably driving business.
I would think it would drive business. The reason, like, people who claim that this scandal is gonna like
hurt them
so much. It's like people go to these restaurants for the mess.
Yeah.
Like before Tom was even like really open, we saw Stassi and Tom Sandoval have a screaming match like in the front of it.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Yeah. Hello. Okay. We're going to go on a girls trip. Sheena's not invited because it's actually her fault that Raquel and Schwartz are having a thing.
And what was like the explanation from a movie that Katie like tried to walk us through in her confessional?
Oh, I don't remember this.
I don't know, but it was putting the blame for some reason. Like Sheena's the master,
and everyone's the puppet.
And everyone's the puppet.
But then that's where we had our Christina Kelly moment, where it's like, wait, why is everyone like treating Raquel like she's the baby?
I know, she gives babies a bad name.
She gives babies a bad name.
People were pointing out and like making people remember that Christina Kelly was actually the original mean girl. Like she was the head Sir Mean Girl, but she didn't want to be she didn't want to be that big of a part of the show. So she let her apprentice Stassi take up the reins early seasons.
Was Christina Kelly a Sir employee?
Yeah. Are you new?
Listen,
it's like I can't bring you anywhere. Really.
Listen, I gotta say, my eyes never focused on her back in the day.
Well, because I think you might need to get a checkup.
No, actually, my prescription has stayed the same for, I want to say like a decade of hits.
Need a new eye doctor if your eyes aren't focusing on certain people.
Okay. This is the episode where we had James and Allie and the mom out to lunch.
The mom who looks so much like Kristen Doute.
It's actually like a piece of Kristen Doute, a piece of Miami Girl, a little piece of everyone.
And a piece of like, what's her name? Janice Dickinson.
Okay.
So the mom is interrogating Allie. And Allie in this scene looks like a very young girl.
Oh, I mean, she's dressed like a baby.
Like, she looks young here.
Yeah.
And the mom's interrogating, well, at least you didn't get dragged to a show at Pump to
like
see
a fan.
Like a fan to see my son DJ. And then we find out.
She was dragged as a fan.
Not to Pump, but to another location.
To see James Kennedy. Like, she knew who he was.
Yeah. It's so dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
And I forgot about the like mentor of James. Like the sober mentor.
Oh,
Who's
yes.
mentioned
But it sounds like he's not
in the picture.
in the picture right now. Yeah. I feel like we had like another Lisa moment before Vegas, or am I? Oh, with Teddy Paws
Oh yeah.
crawling around. But like Pandy's not shooting.
She's busy selling like rosé places.
She's busy selling rosé. Okay. Should we travel to Vegas?
Yeah, we're flying Southwest.
We're flying Southwest. Only the finest for our girls.
Hey, if you know how to do the game on Southwest, it's not bad for that short of a flight.
Okay. Yeah, isn't it like a 30-minute flight?
It's like 45 minutes probably.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Where? Oh my God, this would have been like a PJ back in the day. From Randall.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're all going, and we're staying at. Is it called the Parisian or the
Wherever Vanderpump Paris is.
Okay, which I listen. I'm not a Vegas expert. We probably should have asked some specialists here, and we know a few. I feel like this hotel is not a super chic hotel. It's like one that's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Because it's like the one that has like the Eiffel Tower in like the front yard.
Yeah, in the front yard. Yeah. No, the rooms look kind of like, they don't look like dated, but they look kind of like.
Oh, but they're in
school.
the best room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're in like the chicest room.
Yeah.
Do they only keep one chic room?
Only one.
Okay, so then we're kind of like pulled out of it with Ariana.
The dog's dying.
The dog's dying.
And before we get to
Yeah.
I almost said before we get to Paris with the Eiffel Tower in the front yard. We get this scene where Ariana and Tom Sandoval are talking about the dog, and she's like asking him to fill the dog's prescription.
And he's being like a little grump.
He's being a little bitch about it.
Oh, and then she's telling us how like this is her biggest friend. 18 years. The dog is 18 years old.
Yeah.
I feel like we never really laid eyes on this dog before.
It's been around.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really paying that much attention. We did have like several, like two sisters, Raquel and Ariana, like on the plane, in the bikini shop.
They're showing us everything.
Never have there been closer friends.
Exactly, except for Ariana and the dog.
Except for Ariana and the dog.
So then she decides she has to leave, which is, I mean, that's a good idea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, as I think Lala said, you'll never regret leaving here, but you might regret not going home.
Yeah. I'm sure Katie was like, oh, now there's only 4 of us.
We have like a friend of the dope that's like hooking up with my ex-husband. Yeah.
So then we go down to the Vanderpump Garden or whatever.
Yeah. With Katie's mom.
Terry, I think her name is.
Terry. Okay. I gotta say, she gave a performance of a lifetime.
I will say.
Let me just say, for Raquel to talk about Tom like she did in front of the mother,
what a fucking Bambi-eyed bitch.
The Lala's jumping out right now. Are you sending it to Daryl?
Send it to Daryl.
What a Bambi-eyed bitch.
No, it's just like, are you kidding me? Have you never been around like
a parent?
A parent?
Other than your dad picking you up
Yeah.
from the reunion? Yeah. There was an air of scripted television about being at Vanderpump Paris and then going to the club. Mm-hmm. Didn't it feel very unnatural?
Well, I mean, it just felt kind of stilted because we didn't have enough people for the scene.
Yeah.
So we're bringing people in. So we're bringing the mom in. Then Lisa's sitting there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Oliver's there. So we're like talking to him. We're interacting with him. And the chemistry of the group is off. Because obviously Katie and Christina Kelly are good friends. Katie and Lala are good friends. I don't think Christina and Kelly and Lala have ever met before this day. And then Raquel's there. So it's just like all over the place.
Yeah.
And then fucking Lala's trying to like flirt with Oliver. And then Raquel sees that happening and is like, I need to get in there and like do it more. You can really see Raquel like booping and booping in this scene.
The Raquel is jumping out.
Yeah. I did love, there was a Christina Kelly confessional where she's like, yeah, Lala really likes when people remember her, and unfortunately Oliver didn't remember her.
Christina Kelly is serving, I fear.
Yeah. You heard it here first.
I know, but should we calm down?
Yeah.
Knock on every piece of wood that you see in front of you, because like technically she is a friend of, and we know how that works with us.
And to be honest, I mean, she is about to have a baby, and
so
I mean, like, people with babies are on this show, but it might not become a priority for her. Though,
listen, if the check's right,
yeah,
the check's right.
And fun clues to watch out for is her not telling anyone yet on the show that she's pregnant, but you can see at Vanderpump Garden, she orders the same drink as Lala. And then later in the episode at the club, she's ordering a soda water.
Oh, yeah. Keep your eyes peeled. We were all that soda water that night.
We were all that soda water.
But, okay, I mentioned it when we talked about it last week, the preview, and then in this episode. The cinematography of Oliver and Raquel making out on the empty dance floor. What are we doing?
I said it looks like Euphoria.
It's Euphoria vibes.
I've never seen a frame of Euphoria except for that woman laying in the bathtub.
Oh, what about the woman that's like pounding on the door?
Oh, so I've seen 2 frames.
That woman's always pounding on the door. If there's one thing she's gonna do,
She's still pounding to this day.
Okay. Let's pump. Oh, preview. Raquel being like, well, you don't have a man for me to steal.
Oh.
Wow. Raquel's jumping out.
It's bad.
All right, let's head on over to New York City, site of the Miami reunion. And we are in the style of Dr. Nicole's engagement party.
In the style of, yes.
Yeah.
Smallest couches in the world.
We could only find love seats, unfortunately.
Literally, I am sitting on a love seat while we record this. That's about the size of the reunion couches, and I take up like more than half of it.
3/4 of the couch. They're squeezing 5 girls. They're like, Kiki, get in there. We do spend longer than I thought, a good 17 minutes, I want to say, with the main 6.
I know. I thought we were going to get the other 2 in sooner.
Yeah. I thought it was just going to be like, hi, girls. Oh, you look good. What are you up to? All right. Bring them in.
So in the main 6, we are covering Nicole and her dad already.
Yeah.
And Larsa's acting like she knows stuff.
I mean, Larsa, you got to give it to her.
Give her what?
You need a villain.
I mean, you wanted a villain?
Here I am.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we got a lot of villains, or at least 2 big villains.
Yeah, two super villains.
And then we get Julia talking about Martina's diagnoses and like the fact that she had her mammogram and it didn't catch it, and she only caught it because she had the other cancer, which is so scary.
Yeah. We have a doctor on set to explain it to us all.
Exactly.
Okay, we got an answer to a question I had last week.
What was the question?
We sold the house to Bezos's mom for $44 million. How much should we buy it for?
$13 million.
Crazy. I would have thought in the 20s.
Are we like able to like up the price just because Bezos is looking? And they don't really care?
Well, I would assume the property is for sale and then Bezos is coming. I don't think Bezos comes and says, how much do you want for it?
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought the mom came in and they were like, Bezos' mom is here. Put a couple extra.
But I mean, man, oh man. It's like, I understand the desire for fame and attention, but like if you had just $30 million show up on your doorstep. Granted, we got taxes here, we got taxes there. There's going to be many taxes involved. Mm-hmm. But just go have fun.
I know, but they're both still like fucking chugging along and working too.
Why are you even working?
Yeah. I mean, like I'd give up, no offense to people who need to be anesthesioled, but I'd give that up. and be the housewife, you know?
Yeah, why are we juggling two things? You got to really be passionate about it.
And the guy's lawyering with like his face on billboards too.
And on the plane.
Is he the like is he ambulance chase?
Okay, so
Allegedly, knock on wood, don't sue me.
knock on wood,
Anthony,
knock on wood.
I love you.
No,
You're
no.
my favorite house husband.
I know you're a good husband. I think he does a lot of flood insurance stuff down in Florida,
so
which
he's
would make
chasing
sense.
the ark.
He's chasing the
Noah's
rains.
Ark. Noah's Ark.
The rainstorms. He's like on Twister. You know when Helen Hunt's chasing the tornadoes? He's chasing the clouds. Yeah, but listen. God bless.
God bless.
Okay. Andy saying that they asked Lisa, "Are you okay with Lenny coming to the reunion?" And she's like, "Bring him." And then he's like, "I'm good." And she's like, "No, I thought we would like maybe get somewhere."
Like, where would he sit on this set even?
Did we get men last year? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, we're not bringing men.
No, but I mean, like, wouldn't it be funny with Lenny on this current set? Like, where'd they put him in? Like, Julia's lap?
Oh, no, but I think they were saying, like, oh, it would potentially be a Andy, Lisa, Lenny moment,
Ugh,
which
like
is weird.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Lenny, it's like, he gives me, like, lizard person. I'm skeeved.
Okay. Larsa saying that she caught her in the hot tub a year before. And then we get into that whole story with Lisa seeing the girlfriend in the hot tub.
Yeah, Lisa caught the girlfriend.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm one of the rare times I'm with Alexia during this reunion where she's like, I'm getting fired up. I would have like killed him.
But she's still buying her the groceries.
Can't they just do like a regular order that refreshes every week or something?
Oh, you don't order the same thing groceries every week.
These kind of people do.
Don't they have chefs too anyway? Why don't they bring the whatever they're cooking? I don't know. Okay. Well, we learned what Lenny's game plan was, which was to break up after the season wrapped.
But he got too horny.
No, but Lisa got too hungover, and he couldn't like stand the sight of her hungover. He's like, I want a divorce.
It's like, what do you think's the truth here? I mean, like, obviously Lisa's the lesser of the two evils, but it's like she obviously is like out and like about, right?
Oh yeah. It sounds like they were both living their lives, and then he decided, I want to keep living my life in this direction even more.
Yeah. A bad direction, though, because he still wants to live the life with her to host a Halloween party. Let's think about that, too.
I mean, well, that's kind of the thing, is that it sounds like it probably would have been easier for him if they both just kept living the life. Like, if you are hooking up over here and she's hooking up over there.
The problem was the TV show. I think they were probably doing that before the show came back.
Oh, yes, you're right.
And then the show came back.
And then he had to put on the song and dance.
He had to put on the song and dance. She wanted to put on the song and dance because this opportunity to be back on TV.
Sure. And you don't want to look like you're both running around.
And that's why he is getting resentful. Like when she went to BravoCon, that's like that's part of her like becoming this bigger star.
I think we cracked the code.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. We bring the girls out. We're talking about the BBLs. And when I
wait, you can't just say we're bringing the girls out. We come out with a bullhorn,
okay,
a parade. Andy's never looked happier.
He's never looked happier. Okay.
The bullhorn thankfully sits on the side. Hopefully that's not brought up again.
Yeah. It's on the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. But Adriana is making me laugh, saying, I got a BBL. You, like, what did you get? An LBL? Like, this is cultural appropriation. It was really funny.
Then we get a fucking shot from 2011 of
Larsa.
And then Marisol's explanation is that Larsa's just gotten heavy.
I mean, listen, I would love to put a moratorium, an end on like Andy being like, what did you get? Oh, you got this done. You got this done. Like, it's not that interesting to me. But Lars is a different story. She came back as a new human.
And I think it's like there's a thing to be said about kind of the Kardashianization of people in this country and how they're in the public eye, and it sets unreal beauty standards for people.
Yes, yeah.
And if you're not honest about it and just pretend you got it through like diet and exercise, then that's where I think becomes a problem.
Yes, that makes sense. For sure. Okay, Marisol defending the light alcoholism as marketing and branding.
It's like, I've worked enough around these kind of companies, and they don't want this kind of marketing at all. They want to stay away from this kind of marketing.
Yeah. Nicole's dad being 70 and the girlfriend being in her late 20s, maybe.
And Larsa calling Nicole ageist for thinking that's weird.
Larsa, listen, you got to give it to her because she's awake. I feel like
she just wanted to fight with the other couch any time she could get.
Yes, and.
But like sometimes yes and goes too far. No offense to the improv queens out there.
You are being rude to Ariana during her week of weakness.
Stop. She gave up on improv like 5 years ago.
I know. Okay. I don't even remember like what this was about when Alexia said, all of you resent the fact that I'm Brazilian.
Well, I think it was because the one thing that Alexia has a point about is that people do bring up like every bad thing that's happened to her in her life all the time.
Oh, okay.
And she started to say like, I don't like when people bring that up because it makes me feel bad. And it like always brings me back to darkest sides. And I think that's what she was saying. You resent that I'm resilient.
No, Brazilian. And maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, but you resent the fact
Did you say Alexia?
Yeah, Alexia.
Alexia is Cuban.
Oh, it must have been resilient. Yeah, she's the Cuban Barbie. Yeah. Oh my God. My sight is going. My ears are going.
Oh God. Your brain is deteriorating.
I'm hanging on by a thread right now. Oh my God.
Wow.
That is so funny.
And here I'm thinking I'm wrong for a second. And I had to like really get back in there with my brain. Okay.
I may have gotten that one wrong. But the astigmatism.
The astigmatism is so funny too.
It's so funny. I just like had my own astigmatism right now with the Brazilian. Oh my God, that is so funny. Okay. Adriana renting the men. But no, he's a doctor. And then they're like, you can rent any guy.
You can rent anyone.
I was shocked by the receipts of Adriana being like, no, I don't want to be with married men. And here is Alexia
trying to get me with a married man.
I
was shocked too.
Tables have turned.
Yeah. Wow. As Adele said.
Did you notice every time we showed a flashback, and I don't think we do this in other cities.
It said how many months earlier?
How many months earlier? Like as if I'm like calculating math problems here.
I was confused too. I thought it was trying to tell us something.
But it was like literally like Gertie at home with Russell. Yeah. Like 9.5 months ago.
I thought that too, and I thought I was missing out on something. I thought it was trying to tell us that it was like last season, but I was like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. No. Okay. The last big conversation, Alexia being a star. And Lisa. All of you women, if you believed you were stars. Lisa, if you believe that, then you wouldn't let Lenny do all the things he did to you. She is wild.
When Marisol looks shook as fuck.
Well, no, like Marisol's like nodding along as Alexia is saying it, and then like stops in her tracks. I mean, wild.
She to me is like, yeah, it's Judician, but like without the likability of Teresa.
But she does have more sympathy than Teresa. She's a more sympathetic character. Just for everything she's been through.
Teresa's been through a lot.
But I think the difference is the stuff that Teresa's been through, you can say she played a part in what she has been through.
Sure. But I would almost say Teresa's more sympathetic to other people at this point.
Yeah.
It's like, actually, both of them got married. And they're kind of taking on
each other.
Their partners.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Energies.
Okay. Yeah.
And Teresa's becoming a little softer. Whereas
softer side of Sears.
Alexia, we saw...
She's becoming Napoleon.
We saw what Todd was up to.
She has a Napoleon complex. Yes. The interesting part about all this is she is doing a pretty close analogy of what Adriana did to her. Is like, you are bringing up something
that has nothing to do with anything.
That has nothing to do with the point you were trying to make to like hurt me.
And you're bringing up the person's one of the lowest moments of their life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Woo, Miami.
Anyways, Kiki came.
Can't wait to continue. 3 parts. First time Miami's getting 3 parts.
Thank God.
There was kind of a callback of, and I think this or maybe the preview for the whole reunion of Andy being like, yeah, well, so talk about it at the same time. Because like during the Watch What Happens Live reunion, they were famously talking over each other the entire time.
Yeah. We're also getting Andy doing that a lot in reunions these days. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
They're really making that a thing.
Yeah. Okay, let's do a Freak of the Week and the One True Queen.
Okay.
Our Freak of the Week this week, I'm going to argue that Jenna Lyons went on the Jimmy Fallon show.
The Tonight Show is what it's
the
famously called.
Okay, I don't know. The Late Show, Tonight Show, the Tomorrow Show. Who gives a shit? Okay. She went on the Tonight Show. And I asked you, I was like, why is she here? Is she promoting the eyelashes? Is she promoting RHONY? We don't have RHONY coming yet. I'm worried on how she was talking about RHONY, of like what she will be bringing to the table in terms of energy.
What do you mean? Why are you worried?
I don't know. Like, I would have liked her to be more of a matriarch, but it seems like she might be more of a McCourtian figure.
Good. You love Alex McCord, famously.
I do love Alex McCord, but I do think like we need someone steering the ship.
Okay, so I let Dan make this the freak because he wanted to. I disagree with all he's saying. I think we're going to get a kooky queen. I think we need a fun queen. I don't think every housewife needs to bring a ton of drama. I think, look at Miami. We've got all types of housewives of different kinds of ability. I mean, like, for example, look at Julia, look at Marisol. They're kooky queens.
Drag me, Monique.
Bring a lot to the picture. So if you want to shit on RHONY Legacy or RHONY regular before we get it and become one of the hating class, then I'll let you do that. But I disagree.
Okay. Our One True Queen is
another talk show appearance. One Lisa Vanderpump on Watch What Happens Live.
Oh my God.
She was the Cheshire Cat smiling ear to ear.
The Vanderpump songs. Okay, so I pictured her going in like this. Like, oh, it's just so disappointing. I would have never imagined. Instead, she's like, Like literally, as we discussed during the emergency episode, Scrooge McDuck diving
into the coins.
Diving into the coins.
Also, just like the way that like Watch What Happens Live was posting all these fucking clips. They were like posting clips of her walking into the studio before taping.
Glamour shots.
They posted this glamour shot of her and Andy like
by herself as well.
Yeah, just like in a stool together. Like they were really pumping it up.
Okay, so she said, I took last year off because I broke my leg in 100 pieces. Did we know this? The Adriana's jumping out a little bit.
Sounds familiar.
It could have broken in 100 pieces. Man, and then like the stuff with Beverly Hills and Renna and Kyle. She's just wild.
She's wild.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. Great ratings. Good for them.
Yeah.
And that's it this week, baby.
That's it.
As we mentioned, bonus episode, Miami Girl.
Yeah, go to comethroughqueen.com for all of that and our socials.
And as I mentioned too, Real Housewives Orders. I'm on the Patreon bonus episode this week, so check that out. And like, comment, subscribe, heart, share, retweet.
Love us, please retweet.
We'll see you next week. Bye.
I wanna see ya come through, Queen.